Whoa, what a week we have had here this past week in the stock market. Stocks have been flying up more than 80% in some of the airline stocks. The cruise line stocks have also nearly doubled. This is a huge week for growth. My portfolio is now up 22% since the lows back in April and March, which is a huge gain for me. So I'm very, very happy where I put my money, and my investments are growing every single day. Today in this video, I'm going to be talking about some investing habits that you can apply into your life to help make you a passive income and to increase your wealth over time. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get into it. So I hope you have had a wonderful week. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jason Lloyd. Do make sure to smash the like button for this video if you enjoy the content on investing habits that you can apply to your everyday life. So guys, the first tip that I would love to share with you today is to get started as soon as possible. Do not procrastinate when it comes to investing. It is much better to get started sooner rather than later if you do want to see that exponential growth over the years ahead. Because as investors, we always want to make the most of every single opportunity that we can while we have our time here in the markets. Because as investors, we do want to accumulate as much wealth as we can in the long term. That means that we want to compound our interest over time passively so we can generate a further income source for ourselves as investors. And so guys, let me show you something really cool. Let's just have a quick look at this example. If I had an initial deposit of $50,000 and I was contributing $250 every single month for a lifetime span of 35 years at an average of 10% return per year, I would actually accumulate wealth at $2,218,834 by the end of those 35 years. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Excuse me for 1 minute while I just go and think about how much money that is. So if that doesn't inspire you, then I don't know what will. My tip number 2 is don't try to time the market. There are so many investors out there that think they know better by trying to time the market for when there's a crash. If we actually look back across history and we look back at some of the lowest lows that we have seen in the stock market crashes over the last 50 or 100 years, and you waited 10 years before to catch those dips when the stock market had crashed, I can guarantee you that investing on those best days and seeing the return over the course of years, you will still make less of a return than if you had just started on a normal day like today and you had invested for the long term over 10 years. You will actually see a 26% return of growth compared to investing on the worst days in history over the last 50 years. So there is no point in trying to time the market. It is about being in the market, guys. That is what counts. It is your time in the market from today when you start investing. It's not about trying to time the market. And my tip number 3, smash the like button, because everyone loves it when you smash the like button. And guys, do make sure to subscribe because it does really help out with the channel. And I would love to have you on this journey with me through investing. It is to invest in what you understand. Now, this is a really, really important tip because, of course, there are so many investors that are new, and what happens when they get excited, they just start to buy into stocks that they see as low, but they may have not gone through the balance sheets, they may not understand exactly what the company is, and they haven't looked through any of the history of what that company is and what it does, and whether they're going to be established for the long term, and if they're going to be able to survive. So it is really important that you do all of your research fundamentally, and you know what is going on around the world in the economy when you are buying into a stock or share, because you don't want to see any loss of investment, because that is the number one rule in investing, is to not lose money. You want to always try and make money. As Warren Buffett says, one of my favorite investors of all time, rule number 1 is don't lose money, and rule number 2, don't lose money. Which brings me to my tip number 4, which is don't invest money you need in the short term. If you need cash that you are going to be investing within the next 1 to 3 years, it is better that you do not invest that money. What if the stock that you had invested in has gone down by 50% and then you want to pull out that money because you need it all of a sudden because you haven't got enough money, say, for a mortgage or for your rent or for your car, and you need that money quickly? But the stock has gone down and you're now going to have to sell your stock under at 50%. We are long-term investors, so that means that we want to only invest money in that we do not need in the next 1 to 3 years. We always want to try and think long-term, between 5 and 10 years or more, sometimes 15, 20 years, and even longer. Sometimes we want to hold stocks for the rest of our lives because we are going to be getting paid, hopefully, those juicy dividends. If you are a dividend investor like me, then that is something that you may want to look into. I do have another video on some of the dividend stocks that I do hold in my portfolio, and I will be making another video next week on some really, really exciting dividend stocks. So do make sure to check out that video. I will leave a link in the description above for you to click on now. And my last tip, which is my favorite, is to be consistent. This is obviously one of my favorites because not only does this apply to the stock market, but it applies to every single day life. If you are consistent in something and you turn up and you show up every single day, I can guarantee you that you will see an improvement in that area of your life because you are consistently devoting your time to nurturing whatever that thing is that you're putting your time into. And where you put your time, you will see growth. So I do hope that you found this video very inspiring today, and I hope that you are able to apply some of those tips not only to the stock market if you are investing, but also into your everyday life, because these are some very important tips that I do hold dear to me when I am doing anything. So guys, if you have enjoyed the video today, then do make sure to smash that like button for me because it really does help out with the channel. And if you are a new investor and you want to get started, then do copy my link below in the description I have left down there. So if you would like a free stock up to £100, then do make sure to get that link down below in the description because I do have an affiliate link for them. So we will both get a free stock up to £100 if you are to open an account with Trading 212, which is the platform provider that I use because they have a zero-based commission. So you're not going to get any fees associated when you're buying your shares and stocks on there. And if you are someone that is still confused by the stocks, then stick around and have a binge on my channel because I do have some very exciting videos exactly talking about what the stock market is and also a review of the trading platform of 212 in case you do want any more information and you are confused about what to do. Whatever you do, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and let's all hope that next week is just as exciting and brings as much opportunity as this week did in the stock market. I will see you back on my channel soon. Ciao for now.